is if you have headphones, to use headphones, because if you're not talking and your picture is popping up, that means that your computer thinks you're talking, or there's some sound, or there's some feedback. And so if your picture keeps popping up and things are breaking up, then it's best to mute your microphone or use headphones, um, so it doesn't create feedback and take up bandwidth.
Okay, can everybody hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Whitney.
Yes, just fine.
I think Charlie's bandwidth might be an issue for her hearing us and us hearing her.
On the top in the middle, I think you can adjust how much your video uses. So it'll be a less quality video, but then the audio should stay the same. You guys are all like still dressed and normal, and here I am in my pajamas, already took a shower for the night. No makeup.
Okay.
So you guys don't mind, since I'm not in your study group, if we could start with the Futures project, and then I'll ski-daddle and you guys can keep going.
I say we just pretend like you are.
Yeah, unfortunately my group, no one does anything. It's really awesome. For the case study, it's pretty terrible actually.
All right. I think we should start off and talk about the case study, because that's coming right up pretty quick. Let me share my screen and then I'll get that. That's not it. I don't see it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, so can you guys see my screen now? Put back.
Yeah, I can.
All right. So the case study is Moscow versus the Mujahideen. Does anybody kind of know what that is all about?
No. I don't. I can look it up.
Yeah, I think it's mainly just, kind of the reasons why Russia went into Afghanistan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how it relates to Pakistan, other than I know they recruited a lot of people from Pakistan to go and fight the Russians. I think the Russians were in there for like 10 years, and the United States was supporting the Taliban, who was fighting the Russians. So anyway, so that's the That's the subject. The case study instructions are, I think we're on step 2, which is coordinate with the team, decide which medium is best. Okay, we're kind of there. Case study due dates. So ours is due,
Lesson 5.
yeah, so Thursday of lesson 5. So that's a week from Thursday,
Okay.
right? Okay. So not a lot of time. Does anybody have any suggestions? I kind of have a suggestion. You've been looking at the other case studies, and pretty much they all do a PowerPoint. If you look at the instructions here, it really doesn't say you have to do a PowerPoint, but you should do research, prepare an outline, identify who's working on which parts, draft the case study. Once the paper is drafted, take time to revise and edit, consult the rubric, recommended you work with the writing center, submit your case. If you look at the rubric, basically says, have the authors gone beyond Wikipedia? So I think with that is you really want to have multiple sources, and you want to maybe include some opinion and editorializing with it rather than just kind of a, here's the facts that you can find on Wikipedia. Does the case look good? Is it professional? And I think, looking at the PowerPoints that we've seen, some were kind of professional, some weren't. Some had some fonts that were really weird, was hard to read. The authors answer the questions in the case instructions.
Are you mistaking the topic presentation for case study? Because I think there was just one so far, right?
Oh, maybe
Just
I
the one
am.
from this week. So I think for the topic presentations, people are doing PowerPoints. And yeah, they use all kinds of funky fonts. And
Were you able, was the case presentation the one that had the SWF file format and I couldn't open it?
let me look. I didn't even look at it yet.
I'm looking too.
Let me see. I got it.
I won't really look on this laptop.
Okay, case
It's
study.
the one Kashmir, why all the fuss? That's the case study that's been done so far. And
Okay, because I
it
did
looks
look
like
at
it's
that
just
one.
a Word document. Yeah, it's just a Word document.
Okay, but they have pictures and references, so.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, we could. Yeah, it doesn't matter which format. Okay, so we can do a Word document. Okay, here's my idea. If somebody has a better idea, I'm open to it, but based on the time frame that we have, my idea is we all kind of do one, and then we have one person take all of that and kind of edit it and kind of do a mashup, put it all together, because I just don't think we're going to have time to
I would disagree. I'm not even in your group. I'm sorry. Sorry. I can tell you why, though, that I
Okay.
disagree with that.
No, I'm fine.
In the instructions, let's see, let me pull up. I sent it to my group. There's how to write a great case. It's in that link if you want to open it. It's a PDF file. One of the things it talks about is divide and conquer. Once you take a look at the basic contours of the case, look for some natural divisions of labor. Each student can focus his research efforts on a different aspect of the case, rather than all the students having to research the entire case. I think you would have a lot less work to do. And you can see the specific instructions for case writers. If you go back up a little, or go to there, you want to pick your lesson. And there are questions that are specific to your case. There's more information that's specific to your case that will really help you write your case. There's a ton of information. Like, you don't really know what is going on or what it's about. Like, it helps you learn how to dig into it so that you can teach it. Just my 2 cents.
Okay.
Actually, it was like 45 cents.
I'm glad.
You know what I mean.
Glad you got that insight. So let me share that.
Okay.
Okay, so that's
some of it's the stuff that was right at the bottom of the original sign-up wiki. So that's what those first 3 paragraphs were, or 4 paragraphs, however much it is in this one. But then as you go down, there's a lot more information.
Okay, so we have this resource right here. Can you guys still see my screen?
No.
It's on your Word document, but it's not.
Yeah, let me try. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so it has this document right there, that link. Below are the questions your case must answer, divvy them up as you see fit. And then there are 11 questions.
So are we basically taking those questions and putting them in the in the Word document that we're going to be making?
I'm guessing that those questions are probably some of them something we'll see on the final. I want to make sure that we're teaching all of those topics, all
Okay.
those things. So it would be like, you'd write about it, but you wouldn't say number 1, blah, blah, blah. You wouldn't answer question and answer. You'd want to actually write it out.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, and in the where was the part that it said don't just answer the questions?
It doesn't say that, but in thinking of the cases that we've read so far, they're not just question and answer. Like, instead of answering each of these questions, you can use your like a narrative to answer them, to kind of explain what happened and hit on each of those points, but not question answer. I don't know. It's up to you guys, obviously. Like I said, not in your group.
Yeah, that makes sense. All he wants is he does want us to answer it, but he does want us to answer them in a more manner that's more intriguing, or I guess more professional. I guess you could say to the question he's asking. Just add more information to it. That's all he wants, really. So. We can
Okay.
just, no, go ahead, sorry.
So Anna, are you going to be doing this case or are you going to be doing another case?
Unfortunately, I'm doing another case.
Okay. But have you met as a group and kind of worked out who's doing what?
No, my group is garbage. My group doesn't respond to emails. My group doesn't make themselves available to meet. The one girl who like responded and said, "Oh, I'm available this time, like either this night or this morning." I tried to set it up for either that night or that morning, and she's out of town for the next 8 days and will be unavailable. So that's helpful.
Oh, darn.
Why don't you just send a email to the instructor and just say you missed the memo about having the case group and the future group be the same,
I
and can I?
kind of already did.
Oh,
Well, not in. I didn't ask if I could change groups, but I did mention that I missed that memo. And sorry I didn't follow that, but it was because I was emailing him about the Malala quiz having 4 questions that cannot be answered from the reading for this week. So he's looking into that. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm stuck. He had sent that thing out like, well, your groups are what your groups are. Let's stay with these. So I guess I was.
okay.
Sorry.
Um,
But you can benefit from all my insight.
yeah, no, it's helpful that you've done a little bit more than we have as far as looking at all this. Um, well, I think because I think let me go back to the group to see who we're missing here. The email.
I think it's just Janalee and Sarah. Oh wait, there's one more. Maybe.
Um,
Nope, that's it. Just those two.
because I think Tom Seepole said he's not in our group anymore.
Correct.
So
Okay.
now, Whitney, are you not in our group, in our case group?
I should be, yeah. I'll double check, but no, I
I'm
should be
just.
in the same,
Oh no, you
yeah.
okay? So Whitney, Sarah, Charlie. So where's Anna come in?
I'm in the futures group.
Oh, okay.
Wah, wah, wah.
Okay. Um, do we want to just go ahead and split up these questions now?
Yeah, I
Okay.
like that.
That works for me. Let me get back to them. I think they're on your screen, but what don't mind. Okay. So
5 people, 2 questions each. One person gets a special extra 1 question.
the last three all kind of fit together. What is blowback? What blowback resulted from the United States? And did Pakistan get blowback? So
Okay.
does anybody want to do any two particular questions?
I'll do I'll do number 5. Um, unless someone else wants it. What role did?
Whoever does five should just do 5 and 6.
I was about to say that because they're both talking about the United States and what benefits. Also, 7. That needs.
I'm getting Charlie's. So she's gonna do 1 and 2.
Oh, 1 and 2. Okay.
No, she's
No,
like,
that's
no,
6
no.
and 7, I think.
Oh, okay, 6 and 7.
Okay. Hey.
6
All
and
right. Then I'll
7.
do.
Whitney, you said 1 and
So I'll have 5 still. Yeah.
I think. Oh, never mind. Sorry, I gotta keep my mouth shut. I should just do this project too.
No, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think you should. I think maybe I'll write a note to the instructor too. Just
Yeah, you should. If you're gonna be stuck having to jump groups, or sense to ask the teacher like, "Hey, like I'm already with this group. Can I just be with them?"
I'll write an email, Anna, that way you don't have to worry about it.
Okay, you can beg on my behalf.
To get your help.
Well, just in case, I'll do questions 1 and 2 if I can, or you can
Okay.
give them to somebody else.
Okay, so let's do
I don't even know what the questions are. I just picked 2.
1 and 2. It is
Oh no, I can read them. I can see your screen.
okay.
So remind me, Charlie. You said you have 6 and 7.
Yeah.
Six and 7. And I'll take 5 and I'll choose one real quick.
I'm okay with doing whatever's left.
Okay.
Oh, but we have
Same
other
here.
people we can assign and whatever we
Yeah.
want to. Ah.
6 and 7.
Actually, it looks like 2 and 3 kind of go together. Role Pakistan played in the Afghan-Soviet War, and why were they eager to play that role?
1 and 4 go together, and 2 and 3 go together.
All right, I'll do 1 and 4 then. Now I'll do 2 and 3.
Okay, 2 and 3. So let's. Whitney, did you pick yours?
If I'm happy to take whatever. But if you want me to go and make 1 and 4, I can do that. But if you want to take it, go for it.
I can do.
Yeah, or I can take the.
I'll do 9, 10, and 11.
So then, once we have these, are we just typing up our own, and then what do we want to do with these? Do we want to email them to each other, or like how are we going to do that?
I think a Google document is the easiest because then we can kind of edit each other's as we go. And as soon as you type it up, it's automatically saved there. So you don't have to ever like save anything or email it. It's just like all right there, and anybody can touch it at any time. It's just the easiest I've found.
Okay.
If you guys are cool with that.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
I was looking at that email string of like 900,000 emails that we were sending back and forth.
Yeah.
Like way too much to dig through to find the information you're looking for when we can just put it all in one place.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed with the the one that I read, is they put pictures in there, but the text wrapping's horrible. It's like you have to read one sentence on the left side of the picture and then the rest of the sentence on the right side of the picture. So just keep that in mind. We'll clean up the formatting and everything, make sure it looks good. But so we need somebody to do 1 and 4.
So I'll take it.
Okay. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're missing 5 and 8, and I think 5 and 8.
Well, we have 2 other people in this group, Sarah and Jana Lee. So we can just assign them each one.
Because like 9, 10, and I'm just 9, 10, and 11. That's not that complicated. All right, so we'll just give them give one of them.
And if I can't be in this group, then one of them can do 2 and 3, and the other one can do 5 and 8, because they're similar.
Okay, so we'll give Sarah 5, and who was the other person?
Jana Lee.
Jana Lee. Oh, she was in another group of mine.
Is she?
Not this semester, but
Oh.
it all runs together after a couple of years.
Isn't that the truth?
Okay, so Jana Lee 8. Yeah, because those are, you could put those together, but they can also stand alone. So.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to set up the Google Doc?
Sadly, I'm not very familiar to do that, so somebody else.
I would love to, but just in case I can't be in this group, I'm not gonna volunteer.
Okay, I'll do it because I've got them set up for some other things. So,
Okay.
but do you guys all have Google?
Oh, Charlie was raising her hand too. She would love to do it.
Oh, would you love to do it? Okay. All right.
You
Go
see the
ahead.
fire in her eye. Cannot wait.
Just put the link to the link that anyone that has this link can edit. Just put that on the email, and then we'll all just start adding to it.
Okay.
I'll do a little summary email with everybody's thing, and I'll just cut and paste from this document here. Or maybe I'll just put this document on the email.
Yeah, just
with
toss
everybody's
it right in
thing on there. Yeah. Okay.
there. Make sure you guys watch that or look at whatever
that
thing
Vanity
is.
Fair article, but then it says definitely go beyond this one resource in preparing your case. You may choose and cite and use this resource. That's encouraged, but go beyond. Okay. We need to put some deadlines. If we meet again next Tuesday, that'll be like
2 days.
2 days before it's due. So maybe what we should do is, hey, we got somebody else here.
Yes, it worked this time.
Okay.
Is Emma on our list too?
Actually,
Sorry, Emma.
yeah, this is channeling.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm like, your thing says Emma down there. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I'm like, wait, who's Emma? I'm like frantically looking for your name somewhere.
Okay, so Jana Lee, we were just splitting up the questions. Can you see my screen there? Yeah. Okay, so we were talking about how this is the main resource for our case, which is the Moscow versus the Mujahideen.
Mhm.
And so we have to be real familiar with this resource, but then we have to go beyond this resource and cite it correctly and everything. We're going to have a Google Doc that Charlie's going to put together and then email us the link so that everybody with the link can add their information, their little section to it. So here's the 11 questions. We kind of divided it up, and since you're here, the two that are left that you could pick from, we gave you 8, but you can pick 5, and we can give Sarah the other one. So 5 is, what was the United States' role in the Afghan-Soviet War? Or what role did this conflict play in the eventual collapse of the Soviet Union? Do you have a preference for either of those?
8's fine. What?
Okay, why don't you do number 8, and then we'll have Sarah do number 5.
Who had 3? Sorry, I don't think I wrote that down.
What?
Did somebody have 3?
Oh,
Anna
yeah,
has
that's me.
2 and 3.
Sorry, thank you. I didn't write it down.
Yeah. And I'll summarize this and put it in the emails.
Okay.
Printed copy of it.
Hey, and I'm sorry I'm late. It brought me to an empty room until I found you guys here. I clicked the same link, but for some reason it didn't work.
Weird.
Okay.
But welcome.
Sometimes it has to do with with the browser, and
Yeah.
whether you click it and do like open a new window or something. Anyway, I don't know.
Okay, cool. Great.
Okay, well, you're here. So that's really what we've kind of determined is to split it up. So I think we really should have each of our sections pretty much in a final draft stage by next Tuesday night. And then let's go over it, using screen sharing and just kind of read through it. That'll help us kind of proof each other's work, and then and give each other feedback on it. Anna, do you have
yeah, sorry. Could you tell I
suggestions?
wanted to say something? Just a suggestion on the Google Doc. Everybody should pick a color and use that one color for everything that they write, so that we can tell who's what, and we can put a little key like at the top that says, Anna is orange or blah blah blah. It sounds really stupid, but it really ends up helping, because then what you can do is on each other's, because I love to edit other people's writing, and I can just, do it in my own color, so you could see and either say, oh yeah, that's a good suggestion, or I hate that, and delete it, which is fine too. So we can help each other write each other's parts, So it probably will flow a little better, so it wouldn't be like, somebody writes this style and somebody else writes a completely different style, and it would be really choppy, but we can make it flow together a little better. We all kind of help each other.
Okay, why don't we let Charlie do that when she creates the Google Doc? Just put, I'll do this email right away so that you can just cut and paste from the email the question and the person's name after that, and then you just pick a color for that. So when the first time you go to the Google Doc, you'll see like all the different lines, and your section will be in your color, and you can just start typing after that, or cut and paste, or however you want to do that.
Cool.
Okay, good. All right, so we're still kind of towards the deadline of having our work and comments and whatever on the Google Doc, and then next Tuesday we can just kind of finalize what we have.
Cool.
So keep all your keep all your references with your material in your color. When whoever edits the final document will change it all to black and put all the references at the end, that type of thing.
Okay.
All right. Does anybody have anything else? Because I think we just need to get this done this week and next week, and then we can focus on the futures project.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I have no questions. I got it. So.
All right.
Does
Well,
anybody
I will.
have any other comments they think I might like to know about the meeting you just had?
No, you just saved yourself from all the figuring it out in the beginning.
All the me railroading the team.
No,
I didn't
we appreciate that.
Sorry.
I'll post this on the emails, and really I'll encourage Sarah to watch it because I think she'll figure it out and then with the assignment list and the questions, I think it'll be pretty much self-explanatory. And
I don't know how to choose a color and do all that.
all you have to do is once Charlie creates the Google Doc, she'll send a link to everybody. You'll click on the link, and do you have a Google account?
Apparently not, because I had to use my daughter's in order to join this class.
Ah, your daughter Emma.
Okay, well,
Makes sense now.
maybe your daughter Emma, once we send the link to the Google Doc, she can show you how to get on and edit. And once the color's already picked that Charlie picks for you, so you'll go to your question number 8. So on the Google Doc, it will have the question, what role did this conflict play in the eventual collapse of the Soviet Empire? All you'll do is put your cursor after the question mark, hit space, and start typing, or cut and paste into that document, and it'll put it in and under that color.
Cool. Okay, thank you.
So yeah, it shouldn't be too hard. If you mess up and it types black, no biggie. We can see, because nobody nobody else will be typing on yours unless they have suggestions, and they can put them in parentheses or whatever. Just
Okay.
put note below it, I do it this way, or something like that.
Do you have any suggestions on where we do give ideas? I know I learned through a writing class last year that sometimes coming across warm and is more important than being a grammar Nazi. So I don't know. I'm just going to be careful to keep your personalities in there and not correct unless it's absolutely necessary.
Yeah, I'm going to flip back. I'll leave the screen up, but looking at the rubric, I don't think the writing. Let me just go through the rubric real quick here. Have the authors gone beyond Wikipedia? So what they're really looking for is the case builds on important references from published sources, offering original insights and connections. The authors have gone beyond the information found in those sources. Does the case look good? Is it professional? Have a uniform look and feel? Images support the text without overwhelming it? There are neither too few nor too many images in the case. Have the authors followed the instructions? The authors answer the questions in the case instructions without resorting to a checklist approach. The authors have studied the issue carefully and commented on it insightfully. Adequate number of references to diverse set of sources. Bibliography is correctly formatted. Did the case knock my socks off? Convincing, substantive, insightful, carefully written and edited. The case engages the reader. After reading the case, my socks were knocked right off.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think the grammar, the tone is going to be a real big issue.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you're now for the Futures Project. You're doing um, the final PowerPoint, right, Norman?
Yeah, I'd say don't even. I'm not even going to think about the futures project till
Okay.
we're done with this. So
This particular one, for some reason, I'm not as familiar with. If it, I'm just not as familiar with the project as I am with the future one.
okay.
So
Well,
has it been decided who's doing the final product on this one,
um,
or do we all? I need to read up on it.
yeah. I think let's take a look at what we have put together between now and next Tuesday night,
Okay.
and then next Tuesday night we can see who wants to. I mean, it can be kind of a collaborative effort
I
to
think collaboration is best.
yeah, go through it, and then like I said, we will need one person to put the references at the end, and make sure it's all formatting good. I know one thing. I don't like Google Docs. It's not as fun as working in just a regular Word document. To me, it seems a little um, I don't know. It just doesn't seem as functional. But so if I'm doing the final editing or something, I'll probably dump it into Word and do it.
Oh,
But
I definitely agree. I wouldn't try to do the final product in Google Doc. It just doesn't come out right.
yeah, but we can decide that next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Thank
Well,
you. Thank you for sending us the link and getting us organized.
Okay. Well, I'll do this again next week. Hopefully, I think everybody worked with that. Hangouts is a little weird because there's another link that doesn't really work. So if you send that one, people can't log on.
So you mentioned next week you're going to send a link again, so we don't click the same one.
No,
Okay. But no, you're not sending the.
no, you don't click the same one. It'll be a different link for the meeting next week. This is like unique to this one.
yeah. Well,
All right. Well, it's late where some of you guys are, like really late. So I am going to stop the recording here.